I readjust the time. Let's find out, see if it starts. One, two. Right, show you guys my timer marks here. On top dead center on piston number 1, all valves are closed. The marks are all across even right there, and I'm adjusting the water pump right now. And when you adjust the water pump, I don't know if you can see, but that pyramid back there, those two pyramids, one is the guide at the very back, and the one up close to us is the marks. And by looking in an angle, it's in the camera, it's hard to see if it lines up. So to me, I guess there, line up the surface of the pulley, you can tell right there. And by looking at the pyramid back there, it's like barely close to each other. A little bit more adjustment and it should be lined up properly. So speaking of lining up, you look at the back and the bottom here, the marking on the crank, the inner cover is ripped on this already. So my marking is this bolt right here, this little notch right there, and the arrow, that pizza slice arrow, is pointing down. And I don't have a tool to adjust this timing belt. So to adjust the water pump, what I use is pry bar. I don't know if you guys seen this, but online I've seen a lot of vice grips and that crowfoot, what they use. But what I do is I don't have those, well, not around me here. So what I use is to loosen up the water pump, make sure those 3 bolts, Allen key bolts, and I replace it with original bolts. Anyways, so to loosen up the pump, I put my pry bar right here on that fin, and then you just hit it on a hammer counterclockwise on the end of the pry bar, and it would spin. And of course, to tighten up, you go on the other side, you hit it with the hammer and line up the pry bar on the edge of that water pump fin. You can tell there's some markings already of beating it up and hitting it up right there. So I don't need that special tool because I don't have it here. So that's what I use. Alright, it works. That's how I got all my marking in there. So let's do a little bit more adjustment and let's get going. Alright, I think I got the marks lined up. Come on, focus. There you go. Yeah, I got the mark lined up now. So behind that arrow, they all lined up. Okay. So that's how much that tension of the belt will have, and it turned clockwise So make sure it's tight on this side and loose on that side. Right there. Then down below, right there, we're gonna give it a spin. Show you this bolt here. Allen key, the Allen bolt for the water pump. Look at that, it's just round off. I just use number 5mm key, and this is just really bad. It just rounded off. So when that happened, it's hard to come off. You just slip and slip. I just use this nut buster, 10mm nut buster, so it spin back. When you loosen up it tight, it grabs it and then it come off. So that's one of the trick. You seen them around, and that's how I took that bolt off. Alright guys, we're gonna spin this crank and let's see what kind of marking that we're gonna come up on this two dotted line right here. Alright, so we'll do a 2 spin on the crank. We'll have 1 full turn of the cam, and we'll do a couple times here. So let's do it. It's tough because the spark plug is still on there, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of more hard work on spinning this crank. That's 1 turn. And this is the second one, 2. So should be lining up by now. Try again. 2. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Then the bottom here, notch together. So we'll give this a try. We're gonna crank it. Where did it get? On the floor. You're sitting on it, on the chair. All right, I readjust the time. Let's find out, see if it starts. Like I've taken time there. Alright, it's been running for like 15 minutes. I'm gonna bleed the air out. That's the smoke from the oil. going to the manifold converter down to the downpipe. Gonna have to wait till it heats up and that thing will be evaporate. But it sounds good. I don't have the zipper time belt yet because we're gonna put that back later. As of now, we're just running it by the battery here. It's not charging. I'm gonna bleed the coolant out, bleed the air out. So idle is nice. Go inside. Yeah, it's kinda blowing warm air now. I see temperature is just that's probably what, like 75. So we'll just have to wait till the thermostat open up and air will start gushing out. Idle is nice, below 1,000. So we'll have to wait. Just let it idle. Let it idle. I'll change the oil. Just make sure no oil leak, no coolant leak. Pretty quiet, so that's good. I could hit that with brake cleans so that all the oil out, but I don't have a brake cleans. I ran out, so just let it evaporate it. Yeah, we'll come back after bleeding the coolant here. Right, guys, we're gonna use this autel. Check it out. What's the temperature exactly? Excuse me. And then we'll see how the ignition and the fuel trim is working on this thing. Check out some codes, see if there's any codes on this. Battery low voltage, we know. Fuel trim. Let's try misfire. Doesn't look like there's no misfire. Sounds okay. Idle 882. Misfire 1 on cylinder 3. That's nothing. Ignition signal. Engine coolant almost 180. Should open up the thermostat here soon. 185 I think, or 190. Alright, we're inside the car here. Wanna make sure all the readings on the gauge is the same. It's half, the coolant is almost to the normal temperature. We're gonna watch for the coolant here. The fan should turn on pretty soon. So temperature is 185, 186. It's smoking hot. Upper rad hose is hot for a touch, but rad fan's still not on. I have to look in the specs what temperature this rad fan turns on. No engine light, so it could be a relay on the rad fan. It's not making a contact, you know. Engine coolant sensor is probably telling the ECU to turn on the rad fan, but the rad fan is just not acting up. See if we could find a rad fan override on this thing. AC. Yeah, it's not showing anything here. I have to do more diagnose on this rad fan. I have to get some wiring diagram and my other electronic tools and stuff. But right now, I don't want to keep this video long. We know that the thermostat is open, it's getting hot, and next video would be diagnosing cooling fan, rad fan. And yeah, that's it, guys. We'll have to put everything back together. All the tires, no leaks. I had to clean that mess right down there with all the oils leak on the exhaust manifold. Put it back together, shining it up, and off we go. So next time again on this video 3, probably the next one is the video 3. We'll do diagnostic on the rad fan. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again.